Hey guys, Dijon here from Trend Watchers, and today I'm going to be doing a video 3 titled Why Motivation Sets You Up for Failure. And I'm just going to be kind of like going on as like how I was able to motivate myself to really build Trend Watchers into what it is today. Um, for those of you guys who don't know, with Trend Watchers, I was originally looking for investors to help me get the project going, so I was able to get like an MVP up. But a lot of people, they didn't really have faith in the idea. I mean, it sounded good on paper, but like an 18-year-old kid, like giving him money to start this company, it just looked risky on paper. I never done anything in the past. It was just me. I never built a team before. It just looked really risky on paper. So I was kind of stuck to work with what I had. So that's when I kind of made the decision to kind of go all in. And when you kind of go all in, it's pretty exciting at first. But there's definitely a lot of stuff you have to learn. But throughout that process, it had like ups and downs for sure. And on those downs days, it was pretty hard. And really, when it came to like making it through those days, there was no way motivation was gonna help me out because like motivation, it's very temporary. You know, you know it it may last for it may last well for like that first like you may start something and then you come across the first hardship. Motivation may work right then, but eventually like it's gonna get hard again and again and again and again. And motivation, like you're just gonna have to keep on finding new ways to motivate yourself. And then eventually you're gonna get to the point where you hate what you're doing and you're gonna drop it. So that's the issue of motivation. And with stuff like this, what I'm doing, the only way you're able to because I know like some days like when it came to like adding trends, I just hated doing the research for it, and like uploading the trends to the platform. I just didn't feel like doing it, but like for some reason I was just able to like I remember in the morning I'd be like, all right, I'm not posting any trends to the platform today, but then like halfway throughout the day I updated the whole platform just kind of like not subconsciously. I just did it. It's weird. I just kind of did it, and I think the way I was able to do that was through discipline. And the way I was able to get that discipline was that like I had like a defined purpose. I wanted to make Trend Watchers into like something that helps people like completely change their lives through like earning money through content creation, whether you're showing your face or not, or whatever way you're using the trends, or whatever. But like that was kind of like my long term vision with Trend Watchers. So like every time I came across a hard day, instead of like popping up in like a motivational video on YouTube or going on Instagram looking up success quotes or whatever, looking at nice cars for some short term motivation, I would look at I would remind myself of my purpose, and I would kind of use that why to really keep myself pushing forward for that day, and and really just sucking it up. And it's kind of the same way with like I know it's like people that have kids. Like they absolutely hate going to their job. They'll clock in, like they'll go to the office or whatever, and the workplace could be toxic. Maybe the work is just boring. It's super repetitive. But they still wake up every day at like 6 a.m. and they show up and they're grinding in the office for like 10 to 12 hours a day, just to feed their family. Their family is their purpose, and because of that, they're able to go through like those hard days for like those Mondays when you don't feel like going in and clocking in to work. That's really what's that's really what's uh, like motivating them to really push through that. They're not watching no motivational video as to like why did she go to work or not. They kind of use the purpose to kind of like give them that motivation. So when it comes to I guess like building discipline, you don't want to well, first of all, I guess like whenever I'm working towards my goals, I don't like I kind of like chunking, you know. I heard of like this one cool story as to how like people they're able to eat entire airplanes, which sounds pretty crazy, but they're able to do it through chunking. What they'll do is they'll eat like small bits of it with every meal, and over time, like when you like start adding up like all the bits they've been eating, it turns out to like large, like maybe like an entire section of a wing, like maybe the whole body, But as time goes on, and you're doing the small things, you're able to accomplish big things, and it's pretty crazy. And it's the same way with I guess like building discipline. What you want to do is you don't want to do too many things at once. You just want to uh do enough small things that matter consistently for at least, for me it takes me about like 3 weeks. Once I've done something for 3 weeks, it's pretty much a habit for me. And motivation really doesn't become an issue. Another thing that really helps me with I guess like motivation for the day is, like, let's say I have like a really big to-do list, right? And it's like priority, right? What I'll do is I'll order it from depending how I'm feeling, like I may order it from like easiest to hardest, or hardest to easiest. And one thing I noticed is that like after you finish that like after you finish one task, it becomes easier to finish that second task, then third task, and fourth task, and before you know it, you have the whole day completely done. But I'll talk about that in another video. Motivation, not motivation, but momentum is a really cool topic, and I really want to break that down into depth. So I'm gonna that's really all I'm gonna touch on for on that topic for this video right there. But yeah, that's really how I really use purpose, which gives me discipline to really achieve my goals, especially on those really hard days when I don't feel like doing anything. Motivation, really won't get you anywhere. And if I see my competition, they're just relying on motivation, especially like short-term monetary gain. Like I'm not even worried, because like eventually, like they're gonna give up. So I'm not even worried about like if people are just focused on just motivation strictly. But yeah, that's really it for this video. That's really how I'm personally able to motivate myself. I just have that really strong purpose, and I stick to that purpose, and I read that purpose every single morning, and that's what really gets me up in the morning to really just keep working on trend watches. So yeah, that's it for this video. Um, if you want to see the text version for this, it's on Instagram. I'll post that in the link down below in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys in video 4. See ya.